Hey YouTube, this is Mr. Penguino, and welcome back to more Asagao Academy. We're on day 3, clearly. I think there's 8 days, and then you start doing like the normal stuff. I don't know for sure. And then it's also broken up into chapters. There's 4 chapters. So we're chugging along. We're not making speedy progress, but we're making consistent progress. And for that, found it. I woke up to my alarm beeping, feeling only dread of the hours to come. After the nightmare that was the ice cream incident yesterday, I never wanted to take another step out of my room. I curled up inside my blankets as my alarm went off. It was only the second day of school, and I felt the same as I did every morning at home. Mai, of course, was already up, and I could hear her hair straightener clap shut every few seconds across the room. I felt bad about letting the alarm go off for so long, so I slid my hand out of the covers to switch it off. Anna, get up, sleepyhead. I know you're awake. I didn't have time to poke my head out before Mai's body slammed into the edge of my mattress, bouncing me up. She jumped from almost halfway across the room.
Morning!
Ha! You can't hide from Mai! You can't hide from Mai! Never doing that again. So sorry. I was breathless, and I paused to calm my heart before speaking again. Are you worried about what happened yesterday? No one cares about it, Hana. I almost forgot about it myself. She must have seen my face. She brought an arm around my shoulders and pulled me closer to her. For real though, we're gonna go to class. No one's even gonna mention that you made a huge fool of yourself yesterday. You could have put that a little bit better. I'm kidding. It might have been a big scene, but it totally wasn't your fault. It was Paul, wasn't it? All right? When you jump, you have to calculate your trajectory, just like I did now. She's also on the volleyball team, so that helps. I don't know if we know that yet. Spoilers! He could learn a lot from a master like me. Get dressed and cheer up. I even got a bottle. I could bottle up your gloom and sell it to a wizard. And what if he used it for evil? You can't let that happen, Hana! Her smile was wide enough to bridge a gap between the continents. There were beginnings of tears back of my eyes, but this time they were for a different reason. I opened my closet and tried to avoid looking at the sad lump of clothing inside, slathered with dried up ice cream. I only had 2 uniforms, which cost my dad an entire month's salary. If I wasn't able to get the stain out of this uniform, what would I do? What would I do? Sighing, I took my second uniform off its hanger and slipped it on as Mai waited impatiently for me. Ready to go? I guess so.
Yeah!
Good! Yeah! Do it! Believe it! Just as Mai said, no one paid any special attention to me. Well, there were a few odd looks here and there, but nothing nearly as bad as what I was expecting. As the lecture went on, my anxiety for the most part faded. I took to staring out the window to avoid eye contact. A few boys were out in the field playing soccer. Wait, was that PBG? I scooted closer to try to get a better look. Hana? At the sound of my name, I leapt to attention. If there's something more interesting outside than samurai death battles, please feel free to enlighten us. You came here to learn, not to contemplate the scenery. Yes, Miss Shizuka, I'm sorry. She turned back to the chalkboard, continued her lecture as if nothing had happened. A few desks in front of me, a guy sitting next to Brutal Moose turned to give me a flashy thumbs up. It's Youngtown, everybody. That's Youngtown. He's cool. He does music, and it's cool music. It's like game-themed music stuff. He raps. He's cool. A few desks in front of me, a guy saying blah 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 blah. I made a face at him, unsure exactly what he expected me to do. Then Ian turned around and socked him on the head. The other guy mumbled something to him, probably apologizing. Ian's eyes slid to me for a brief instant. Then he looked away. They were looking at me because of what happened yesterday, or was there some other reason? I shook my head. There wasn't time for this. I had work to do if I wanted to keep my scholarship. After pages and pages of notes on Japanese history, it was nearly time for lunch. Like samurai death battles. Okay, everyone is almost free to go. The work tonight isn't so hard, so don't grumble. You should work together to complete it if you have time. Have a hard time. Also, you may be aware the Flower Festival is coming up in a week and a half. This news was met with cheers as everyone started to pack up. Since you had the day of the festival off, our first exam will be the day before. There were no cheers this time. Romance is wonderful, believe me, I know, but try not to let the festival distract you, okay? That is all, see you tomorrow. Miss Shizuka flashed a peace sign and winked as she walked out the door. weird teacher. You mean the best teacher? That lecture was so boring. When I walked beside me, a tray in her hands, we were shuffling through the cafeteria trying to find a seat. Didn't you say that yesterday? Probably. It's true for today, too. Hana, help me. I'm gonna die of boredom. We have an assignment to keep us busy, Mai.
What?
We already have work to do? How did you not hear that? Mai sighed dramatically, then leaned to the side and rested her head in the crook of my neck. I reached up to pat her on the head a few times, but she straightened up before I could. Oh my god, Hana, Paul's walking over here. He's looking at you. Does he look angry to you? Why is he coming over here? Do you think he's gonna kick you again? The same Paul who humiliated me last night strode towards me. I instinctively backed away, but he kept coming closer. Hey, I'm glad I found you. He didn't look angry at me. In fact, he was giving me an odd, lopsided smile. I wanted to make sure you weren't hurt or anything. You ran off before I could properly apologize. I looked down at my feet. I was embarrassed enough that I ran off crying like a little girl, but to know that I made them feel bad was even worse. At the same time, the image of my ruined uniform popped into my mind. I couldn't tell whether I was more angry or embarrassed, or whether I was feeling something else entirely. I got you pretty bad, didn't I? I think I ballerinaed too hard. He tilted his head to the side. It's a shame you're not wearing that uniform from yesterday. I like the pink splotches on you. Matched your hair. A deep, sick feeling crawled up from my stomach to sit in my throat. My dumb, stupid hair. Everywhere I went, people made fun of it. I thought the Normal Boots guys were different, and he was trying to apologize. How could he say something like that to me? Not for the first time. I thought of dyeing it to a different color, but quickly dismissed it. Paul was waiting for a response, Mai giving me a quick nod as if warning me not to mess this up. I mustered at my best smile, hoping it was at least somewhat convincing. It's okay. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'd be more than happy to pay for the dry cleaning. Josh and Nick and I feel really bad about everything. I didn't read the last of that. We've never made a girl cry before. Well, not by physically injuring her, I guess. What does that mean? That was kind of sordid? Morbid? Sordid the right word? What does sordid mean? It's the only place I know it from is the Be Prepared song from Lion King. I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be rewarded. Future me will have already put the definition of sordid at the bottom of the screen so that everyone knows just how wrong or right I was. Thank you, but I was just gonna scrub it out in the sink. Dad and I can never afford things like dry cleaners, so I was surprisingly good at hand washing things. That thing's gonna need more than just hot water and soap, trust me. Tell you what, I have a friend who's a natural at that kind of stuff. I'll ask her to get the stain out for you. Just meet me later and bring your uniform, okay? I'll try not to kick you this time. Without giving me time to say yes or no, he nodded and turned to leave. He spun around quickly. He spun quickly back around. I flinched. Are you and, Mai, right? Do you guys have a table? The cafeteria is pretty full right now. You can sit with us if you want, just for today. Yes, we'll go right now, right, Hana? Lunch with the Normal Boots Club? Maybe I could be friends with them. And then no one would bother me again, not about my hair or the ice cream incident. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, please. All right, follow me, ladies. That was weird mix of voices there. I'm gonna go with it. He led us to the table, the table middle of the cafeteria table. Table, where the Normal Boots table sat with a table all to itself. Yeah. Hey, you found her. You're Hana, right? I nodded, blushing as I took the seat to the edge of the table next to Paul. Boy, I need to read these actual words. Mai forced herself between Jared and PBG. Her eyes were only a few sparkles away from forming huge hearts. Real subtle. So, Hana, we saw you were upset and we're worried about... We saw you were upset and we were all worried. Are you feeling better? PBG looked at me, clearly concerned. My heart was beating hard against my chest, but I wasn't sure if this was time to be nervous But I wasn't sure whether it was because I was nervous or because the sad look on his face made me want to give him a hug. Maybe it was because I thought it was about 2 inches away from Paul and only an arm's length away from all the other guys. As I tried valiantly to open my mouth, whispers sped around the lunchroom. Look at that girl over there. Who do they think they are? How come they get to sit there? I wish Senpai would notice me. Main characters get all the luck. Suddenly my thoughts turned dark. I just completely, the main character joke flew right over my head. I got it, I caught it, I reached back here, caught it. It's in my head now. Could it be that by getting close to these guys, I was setting myself as a target instead of getting protection? My thoughts spun in my head. I was suffocating. PBG was still looking at me, even more worried than before. I'm fine. Thanks for your concern. Please don't feel bad. It was my fault for getting in the way. I'm sorry I was causing such a scene. I should have controlled myself better. I hung my head. I wasn't sure how to act around these guys, so I defaulted to extremely polite. My father would have been proud.
Hana.
Hey, Hana, don't apologize. It was Paul's fault, right, Polly? Nick shoved Paul, who looked exasperated. I apologized as best I could, Nick. Give me a break. It was a relief that PBG wasn't staring at me anymore. Almost no one else was paying me or my any attention. Shane, however, was still shooting me quick, suspicious glances. It was almost like he didn't want me there. I felt uncomfortable.
Hey, Hana.
How do you like it so far, Hana? Good. How about you? I mean, I like it here. Thank you. Gerard smiled at me, then turned away. I picked up my food. The guys were all wrapped up in their own conversations, and I was so busy preventing hyperventilation from being so close to Jared. I think that's technically correct. I can feel his body heat. Oh dear. You doing okay, Hana? Satch turned to me. A smiling Satch turned to me. Smiling. Oh yeah, not just a Satch. A smiling Satch. Oh yes. I don't think my eyebrows can go any more than this. I know it can be overwhelming. You're fine, right? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I am. Thank you. Thanks for recommending me that book, by the way. It's been really good. Do you like it? That's great. I figured you would. It's really funny, but the narrator's annoying. Yeah, he can be a bit rude. He pushed up his glasses, then grinned at me.
Okay. All right.
You were pretty quiet, but I knew there was more to you. I winced. Sorry, I can be a bit of a wallflower. No need to apologize. I'm sure we've all been wallflowers before. That reminds me, the flower festival. He turned to the group, addressing them all as if on cue they all suddenly turned to pay him attention. Who are you all taking this year? Right, the flower festival. Miss Shizuka mentioned it before. What is the flower festival? No one's explained it to me yet.
Well...
It's basically just a festival. Didn't you have that at your old school? We didn't have festivals at my old school, but they were basically just 40 groups of kids grouped in one room sharing snacks they brought from home. Well, we had something kind of like them, but I stopped going.
Really?
Aw, why not? They're so fun. I really didn't want to answer. There was no way I could say, well, my friends turned on me, so people pretended I didn't exist. Wow, this is probably the most history we've actually, like, actual things that may have happened to Hana that we've gotten so far. That's really rough. You can see why she would want to move to a new school. Maya was waiting for an answer and everyone was looking at me. I'm just not into that stuff, I guess. Oh, well, maybe you'll like this one more. The flower festival happens all over Japan around this time of year, but it's a big deal in Higanbana. Higanbana. That's the town right next to Asagao. There's apparently some kind of myth about flowers that's something important. Supposedly, the founder of Higanbana was an old man who got lost in the mountains and almost died of thirst. This flower spirit came to him and offered to help him in return for his vow to protect her home. He agreed, and she drained herself of all her water so he could drink. The man founded Higanbana to watch over the meadow in which he met the flower. In some versions of the myth, the man and the flower spirit fell in love. It's truly a romantic festival. One may hope to find someone with which to live, to make a vow of eternal love, just like the man's spirit did, to live on, protect the one they love. Jared winked and Mai swooned. That was dialogue. So, during the day of the flower festival, there's a lot of stalls set up, and you can go play games and eat food or go flower viewing. Then at night, there's a special meadow over the temple where you can go watch flowers, and there's a bonfire and dancing. It's a lot of fun. We look forward to it every year. Asagao sells paper flowers in a little booth to raise money for the school too, so there's usually a big volunteer drive beforehand for people who are good at origami. Origami? I'm good at origami. Really? Shane is too. Maybe you should work together. Shane gave a tape-lipped smile. Somehow I didn't think that would be happening. Hey, speaking of, I swear you rejected 10 girls last festival season. I mean, that's nothing compared to me, naturally, but there were so many girls with broken hearts. Even I couldn't mend them all. You still hung up on your English girlfriend?
What?
Shane flinched, visibly taken aback. Then he shrugged. I don't talk to her anymore. Just trying to like just mumble quietly. She's like, so I want to talk about it. Oh, Shane, I just want you to be happy, that's all. He wiped away a fake tear. Shane grimaced. How great would it be if someone asked me? Maybe even if one of the normal boots guys did? No, I doubted that would ever happen. They were only letting me sit here because they physically assaulted me. That's a good reason. I sighed and cut my beefcake with a plastic knife. Oh, there's so many beefcakes there. I wonder who she was cutting into with her plastic knife. It was definitely Jared. So, any girls in mind, fellas? Beside me, Mai shifted nervously. Her eyes kept flicking from Jared to her french fries. She looked like a child who stole several cookies. Jared spread out his arms, raised an eyebrow, God waiting for names to fall into his lap. I'm thinking of going solo this year, to be honest. Yeah, same. Man, you guys are boring. You aren't much better, man. I am on another level compared to you guys. I already got my choice picked out. It was a quiet clattering next to me. Maya dropped her fork. Oh god. Yeah, I'm sure you have. It'll probably be a new choice tomorrow. Jared flipped his hair with his hand. You need to do it this way. There we go. You know me so well. There's only so much time to make so many different girls' dreams come true. I must find the one who is most in need. So it's not even about which one you like, huh? That wasn't even British. Nope. And you make fun of me. Just then the warning bell rang. It was time to head back to class. As everyone got up to toss their trays, I stood up and, overwhelmed with a sudden burst of feelings, shouted, "Thank you for letting me and Mai eat lunch with you today. I really appreciate it." Yeah, thanks. Hana was having a terrible day and you guys cheered her right up. So, see you guys again tomorrow, same time? Mai tilted her head, eyes twinkling. Paul said we could only sit with them today. That's cool. Paul waved a hand in dismissal, almost dropping his tray with the other. The cafeteria is really crowded. We have extra room at our table. People are too afraid to sit with us or something. Yeah, well, we did kick a girl yesterday. All three of them shrugged at the same time, then left the room, moving in unison like a team of synchronized swimmers. Jared dumped his tray and jogged to catch up with them. As soon as they were out of earshot, Mai took my hands in hers and jumped up and down. You did it, Hana! We get to sit with them at the popular table! I've been trying to do this for 2 years, and you did it in 2 days! She dropped her hands and made a, jokingly, I think, angry face. Main characters have all the fun! You'll be in pairs painting a diorama or papier-mâché lamp, anything postmodern. Then write a paper on design. Or don't, that works too. But remember, this project will count for 10% of your final grade, so work hard. Sound good? The only response was bitter murmuring. Miss Shizuka often ended with sound good, but she never cared about the answer. Alright, in the last few minutes of class, pick your partners and discuss your project plan. We'll continue next time. In a matter of seconds, almost all the desks in the classroom connected. I looked at Mai, but a girl, Mimi Santos. Are they arch nemesis? Mai frowned at me as if to apologize. I scanned the classroom for other people I met, finding them already paired. I was gonna be the only one without a partner. Suddenly, the edge of a desk collided with mine. Hey, I guess we'll be working together. PBG sat in front of me with a cheeky grin. Look, that's the happiest face we've seen on PBG this whole game so far. Didn't he sit on the other side of the room? How did he get his desk over here so quickly? I leaned over to look past him. He left a gaping hole and several collapsed students in his wake. That was so anime. Seeing my gaze, he turned around. Oops, sorry. He waved sheepishly. A boy glared at him. Well, for better or for worse, we're partners. I guess we are. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Wait, no, that's not what I meant at all. You're super smart. I'm just sorry that you're stuck with me. Wait, who apologized? I guess we are sorry. Why are you apologizing? I don't know if the emphasis should be on you or apologizing, even from the context. Anyway, whatever. You're super smart. I'm just sorry you're stuck with me. You're pretty smart too, though, right? Not that I knew. I guess, but I hate schoolwork. I don't care about it at all. 10% of our grade depended on this project. Oh, no, not that I'm gonna make you do it all. I mean, not like school, but I'm not gonna let someone else fail just because I think it sucks. I haven't done something like that since I was a kid. That girl got so mad. I learned my lesson. He laughed, hitting the desk and crinkling his nose. I didn't see what was so funny, but from the way he was looking at me, it seemed like I should. I smiled hesitantly. He stopped laughing and frowned at me in the same way he did yesterday. Do you like apple cider? I'm sorry? Or, pinball? Or what about Magnolia's? That shouldn't be his voice. I just forgot that he was talking. Yeah, I guess I do. You guess you do? But you... He sputtered, opening and closing his mouth like he was trying to eat the air. He searched his face. I searched his face, wanting to help him out. He was clearly struggling. Just ask me to the festival so I can say no because I'm in love with Satch. Please, I need to get this over with. I need to get the pain over with. PBG leaned forward, looking into my eyes like he was deciphering a code. Really forward, so close I could see little brown flecks in his eyes forward. What? PBG moved away, his anxious look fading into a slight smile. Actually, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I was brainstorming a subject for a piece, but you don't have to. But you didn't have any strong reactions to anything, so I guess we don't want to be doing any of those then. Like hell. The bell rang and students started packing up. Oh no, we didn't get to pick a project. Oh, I'm sorry, that's my fault. I was messing around. Don't worry, I'll come up with something. Just leave it to me. He thumped his chest. He thumped his chest as he got out of his chair, striking a pose and giving me a wide, reassuring smile. He shuffled his desk back to his side of the room as I packed my things away. I didn't understand what happened, but maybe it was better to forget about it. He didn't seem to want to explain. I left the classroom thinking away from but instead PBG trailed into the hallway. He cleared his throat and I turned to face him. I tilted my head back to an uncomfortable degree. He was tall. He was stretching his neck to avoiding my eye contact. So yeah, I know you were set at fine at lunch, but are you sure you're okay? I mean, you were really freaked out yesterday, so... Heat crept its way into my face. No, I'm alright. As long as you're fine. If you need help with anything, you can rely on me, though. Especially since... An uncertain look crossed his face again. Well, never mind. Are you heading back to the dorms? Yes. Nice, me too. We can go together. He pumped his fist into the air. I glanced into the classroom. Mai was still talking to Mimi. Looked like she was about to rip the other girl's head off. She wasn't going anywhere. Sure, let's go. But as we turned to leave the hall, we were interrupted by someone wearing a yellow and gray jacket. Rival Club's jacket. I thought that was black, not gray. My heart stopped. Standing before us was a tall man with cheekbones like no tomorrow. Jeff's cheekbones are pretty fantastic. I didn't recognize him from our class, but that must mean he was one of the other hidden block members. I didn't know whether I should scoff at him or ignore him, but before I could do anything, PBG held his hand out for a high five.
Hey.
Hey, Jeff. Jeff returned the gesture, and the two locked into a conversation.
Hey, what's up?
PBG, are you pumped about the soccer match? That's my best Jeff impression. Anyway, I've realized I've totally been forgetting. You can go check out the description for like what other people's channels are, but they both do. PBG does reviews of like old games, and he does a lot of. He's the most child-friendly channel of gaming I think I've ever seen. No cursing, anything like that. All completely clean. And he also does top 10 lists of all sorts of fun stuff, like weird stuff, fun stuff, weird stuff, fun stuff. Jeff's channel is pretty much entirely top 10s, although I think he occasionally does like reviews. That's what I want to say. It's mostly 10s. In my memory, the last several videos that came out were top 10s. Anyway, they also have on PBG's gameplay channel, they have a show that they do together, PB and Jeff. It's cute. They play games. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this all summer.
Right on.
Are you busy? I'm trying to get the team together right now for a last-minute practice. Are you in? I'm so in. I have nothing to do for the rest of the day. Are my cleats still in your locker? Yep. Awesome. Let's go then. Jeff briefly looked at me and pointed. Whew. PBG turned around, surprised I was still waiting. Oh, Hana. Sorry, I gotta go. See you in class tomorrow? I'll make sure to bring my thinking cap. He put on an invisible hat, then gave me a thumbs up. Oh, wait. Do you want to come to our game? It's in a few weeks, first one of the year, so it'd be cool if you came to watch us. Mostly me, because I'm the star player. Wow, thanks. Oh my god. Okay, so I don't know if I should go, because this is a thing, right? Can I? Yeah, there we go. Let's go back up a little bit. Tournament points. I have 5 tournament points, and I don't know if not going to the game gives me more time to be nerdy enough to get more tournament points so I can get the best ending for Satch. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, you know what? What I wanted to do, what I set out doing originally, was I wanted to set up as many people as possible. You can only set up 6 routes at once, and I want to see like more of specific people's stuff. So I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, because this is unlocking the PBG route, and I want as many options as possible, because that's the kind of person I am. I wanna play with everybody's emotions and then pick Satch. That's what I wanna do, because I'm a horrible person. That sounds really fun. I would love to come. Woo, thanks, that would mean a lot to me. Usually the first game doesn't conjure a big crowd. Can I bring Mai? She may have planned on going anyways, but she was always including me in things. I want to do the same for her.
Yeah.
Totally, bring as many people as you want. Fill up the stands. He left with Jeff and I headed back to the dorms. Mai usually walked with me. It was weird to be alone. Suddenly I realized it would feel even weirder to be in the dorm alone. Not knowing what else to do, I headed for the library. Might as well get started on some homework. Library. We're in the library. I stayed in the library much longer than anticipated, head low over a small sheet of project ideas and a thick book. Every time I thought about leaving, panic seized me. The truth was, I don't know my way around the academy. Maya had been there to guide me, and I was more focused on the people around me than the places. As students trickled past, laughing and heading off to no doubt have tons of fun, I fiddled with my pencil. I'd have to leave eventually, though. Hesitantly, I closed my notebook and stood.
Hey, Hana.
Hey, Hana, how are you? I whirled around. Gerard was walking past me, a thick book in one hand. Gerard, hi. I'm good, thank you. I laughed weakly, found myself wringing my hands together. Oh, I don't think I talked about it. Gerard's channels are That One Video Gamer, which does a lot of like video game review stuff. He does, they call him a completionist here because that's what his persona is online. He 100% games and reviews them based on their entire experience, completing them, wringing them completely dry, and then is it worth it? And he grades it based on that. He also has a Let's Play channel that he does called Super Beard Bros. Links to all of these things in the description. Yeah? He clearly didn't believe a word I was saying. I sighed. I'm a bit scared to leave. I know it sounds pathetic, but I don't really know my way around here, so... Yeah, you look like yeah, you look a bit like a lost otter. A lost otter? But hey, I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you until now. I've been wanting to ask if you're settling in all right. I know that transfer students don't really get introduced to the school the same way freshmen do. Are your classes okay? How's your homework load? Do you like the food? Getting along with Mai? I stuttered, unsure which questions to answer first. Everything's fine. Mai's great. Yeah, she showed me around the campus recently. It was very nice of her, but she wasn't very thorough. A grin slowly spread across Gerard's face, as if he was unwrapping a present. I can show you around if you like. I used to give tours to incoming students. If you're new, you really should get a tour. Do it. Breaking everybody's hearts, left and right. Gerard's eyes lit up at the mere mention of a tour. I felt bad turning him down. All right, great. We can start at the boys' dorm. I didn't even put my books away. He laughed and headed out of the library. I fell in step alongside him. Has anyone ever told you we don't get many transfers? It's been implied. I always wondered... my nose. I always wonder what new students think of everything right when they get here. I wish I could experience everything for the first time again. Was your old school anything like this? Not at all. It feels more like a college campus because of the dormitories. Why did I want to stick the word cigarettes in there? I think it was CIG. You can't see it when I point at my screen. The CIG right here, this little section. It's just a big brick building. Gerard nodded, though I thought he wanted to say more, but there we were in front of the boys' dorm. He pulled open the door in front of me, and once inside, he held open his hands.
Oh, yeah.
This is Bluebell House. This is where the boys live. It's literally a carbon copy of the girls' dorm, except that the walls are blue. Feel free to walk around, but probably don't go into the rooms. I'm gonna go there, drop this off. I'll be right back. He raced off to the stairwell and took them two at a time. I got the feeling he was rushing so not to make me wait as longer than I had to, and I smiled. It made me feel cared for? There wasn't much to do or look at while I was waiting, though, so I stepped to the side so as not to block the door and stretch out my neck, listening to the sounds of an action movie from a room nearby. Maybe I should wait outside? I headed for the dormitory door, but when I reached to pull it open, the door swung open by itself and two yellow-jacketed men stepped to the hall. I stared up at them in shock and they looked at me the same way. Whoa, pink hair, that's unique. The one on the right instantly called out my hair in a thick British accent. The other, probably the youngest student I met so far, scanned me up and down. You're the girl who sat at the Normal Boots Club today, aren't you? You could tell? Was my presence so well known just from sitting at their table? I wasn't sure whether to be pleased or upset, but the men in front of me were busy talking amongst themselves. I never thought they'd entertain having a girl join them. Do you think it's because of the puzzle incident? Shane would never be comfortable with someone joining up just like that, though. They hardly know her. There must be some reason you sat with them, though. God damn it, my nose. If they're planning a secret weapon, we should get back at them. Excuse me? I shot in the middle of them, shocking even myself. I wasn't usually so loud or forward, but the way those two were bickering gave me the impression that if I didn't stop them, they'd keep going on forever. I'm right here. You can just ask me something if you're confused.
Hey.
Hey, you're right. So are you joining Normal Boots Club then?
What?
Or joining the Normal Boots Club? Never even crossed... Oh. Joining the Normal Boots Club never even crossed my mind as a possibility. All I was thinking about was getting good with them. Getting on their good side so that hopefully people wouldn't mess with me. Actually joining the club? Was that even possible? And weren't they gamers or something? I had almost no experience with video games. There was no way I'd be able to join. You played Mario Kart. Obviously you have experience with games. Seeing my crestfallen face, the young man backtracked. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. We're members of the Hidden Block Club. The Normal Boots Club is our rival in tournaments. We were just wondering.
Greetings and salutations, my beautiful person.
Greetings and salutations, my beautiful person. I'm Kedikris, and this is Jimmy Wetzel. You can call me Caddy for short, though. Everyone does. Everyone? Jimmy cast a knowing glance in Caddy's direction, and Caddy grimaced. Almost everybody. I wanted to say everybody, so now it came out as everyone-y. Beautiful? Thank you. Don't mind him. He tells everyone that. Because everybody is a beautiful person. Ouch.
Hey guys.
Oh, hey guys. Gerard skipped around the corner, panting as if he ran the entire way. In fact, I didn't doubt that he had. I see you met Hana. Some more game reviews. No, Kidikris, he branched out into like a lot of different kinds of videos, and he recently kind of toned it back down to more narrow, like specific things. Links in the description. So many links in the description today. I see you met Hana. She's a new friend of ours, so be nice to her, all right? Could we ever be anything but nice?
Yeah, whatever.
Last year's tournament would beg to differ. That was one time, and it was only because Shane ate my pizza. Wait, who said what?
Yeah,
oh, it was
whatever.
Gerard. Gerard said, yeah, whatever. Last year's tournament would beg to differ. That was one time. It was only because Shane ate my pizza. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Later, guys.
Anyways, I don't want to keep you. I was giving Hana a tour of the campus, and she's new here. Well, it was nice to meet you. I hope we'll see you around more. This is going to be the world's longest episode. It was nice meeting you. Gerard waved the pair off as they climbed the staircase and then held the door open for me again. And we're off again. That's the Azalea Arts Center. There's a recording booth and lots of spare room for clubs to meet in. The theater is right next to it. It's where John holds the drama club and all of its rehearsals. I think the student council elections are held there, and Jared has a special event at least once a semester. Last year was a martial arts exhibition, and Jared did kendo against other practitioners in the school. He shook his head in awe.
See what I mean?
He's truly talented. Really, all of my friends are. I think I'm really lucky to have people like that around me. Ah, Gerard.
Huh?
Yeah? I'm sorry, did you have a question? No, that's all right. Great! Over there you can see Higanbana peeking out in the distance. There's a field separating us and people like to eat there. Gerard seemed a cheerful, grateful, down-to-earth kind of person. He was going out of his way to help me out and be kind to me. He didn't even seem to realize what a big deal that was. I heard some noise. I think it's just the refrigerator. I giggled. Something told me I shouldn't point it out. Despite that, I was truly thankful. He took me to places Maya did and more, describing everything and several past events in excruciating detail. There we go. It was a little much for a friendly tour, but having the names and locations of buildings burning in my mind was a good thing. Thought I heard the door? I was luckily incorrect. We ended our tour back in Poppy Hall after what seemed like hours of walking. Gerard was keen on finishing off the tour at the best place on campus. Ta-da! Here it is, the Normal Boots classroom. He pushed the door open and pointed inside. It looked like a regular room, filled with desks and kind of toys. It's not much, but it's home to some of my happiest memories. That's not Hana. He shut the door again and dusted his hands. There's a little closet here people use to store things, too. He reached the handle, but paused and then retracted his hand. Was that a shutter I saw? Just a little tip. Knock before you open the door to any closet on campus.
Really?
Why? Oh, you know, ghosts, I guess? That was strange advice, delivered strangely. Gerard was uncomfortable, and I wasn't sure what to make of it. He knocked, and a few seconds later opened the door. Someone was in the closet. I was not expecting someone in that closet. Why was someone in that closet?
Hey.
Hey. Gerard waved at the person, then closed the door, turning back to me. Who? Sorry if he scared you. What? Anyways, that's it for the tour. How was it? He beamed. I hesitated, but seeing his eye twitch slightly, I thought it not better than to bring it back up. It was awesome. Thank you so much. I learned a lot about the school, about you and your friends. It really made me feel included. No problem at all. I like helping out. I wish someone showed me around when I first got here.
Huh.
You have no idea how long it took me to find all the secret tunnels to make a complete map of campus. Secret tunnels?
Absolutely.
Yeah, oh man, I've got to show you. Gerard glanced at the clock hanging on the wall and winced. Darn, I gotta get going. I have homework to do, but if you ever need more help, I'm here for you. He got out a notebook and scribbled something down. Then he ripped it out and gave it to me. Here, my phone number, dorm number, address, parents' phone numbers, emails, Facebook, and Blipper information. Don't hesitate to ask me for anything. I think Blipper is Twitter, and I think that was the most changed out of anything I've seen so far.
Later.
I'll see you later, Anna. It was really great spending time with you. Just like that, he was gone. I put the paper in my bag, chuckling softly to myself, then paused. I had to check. We were in front of the supply closet that whole time, and I felt the urge to open the door after Gerard closed it. Now I was going to see who was in there. Darkness. The light was off this time. I slid my hand across the wall, looking for the switch, and flipped it. There was no one in the closet. I froze, still as the paints and construction paper that lined the walls. He wasn't in here. This was the only exit. I closed the door, blinked hard, and walked straight back to my dorm room. Forget about it. Just forget about it. Ignoring the last incident, Gerard truly went out of his way to show he was thinking about me. In fact, I got the impression that he was this way for everyone. Maybe even everything. He was thorough, very thorough, and when he wanted to help you, he did everything in his power to do so. Maybe it hadn't meant much to him, but it meant a lot to me. I returned to the dorm and crawled into bed with a smile on my face, ready to take on the next day. This time, I knew I wouldn't get lost. Boom! There we go! There's a lot going on here, but we're going to save this for the next episode. This episode has gone on a long time. Super excited. We talked to a lot of new people, a lot of new links in the descriptions, so many new friends. We're breaking so many hearts left and right. Well, we haven't broken them yet. Maybe in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll check you guys in the next video.